Oh, it's a beautiful afternoon here in southern Ontario, late October. For entertainment purposes only, let me stress that, entertainment purposes only. No reality here. It's fantasy, fiction, farcical. Entertainment purposes only. If I was P. Polly, I think you know who I mean, or you will momentarily. I didn't look to see what Forbes says I, as P. Polly, am worth, 20, 30 million bucks or something. Anyways, I'd get my security clearance. I'd sell off all my hard assets in Canada. I'd get the money out of the country somewhere where it's safe. And I'd get myself and my loved ones out somewhere non-extraditable. And then I'd dime out everybody in Ottawa on everything. I mean, most of it, the graft, the corruption, the theft, the extortion, you name it, we already know about anyways. We just don't have a handful of names regarding interference. You see what I'm saying? So I'd be gone. I'd dime everybody out. It would then be up to the Canadian populace. Hopefully the police, the RCMP, the military would man up and arrests would be made. Now, peaceable, stable government has to be kept in place. I, P. Polly, will serve that role as a dictator for 1 year. 1 year only. I will rule in absentia. Parliament will be prorogued. Nothing will happen on a federal level. There'll be no legislation enacted. There'll be no changes to the law. Nothing. Basically, I'm there as a titular head so that we have a stable government. Any arrests that are made of politicians, that's up to the populace. You're not arresting my political enemies because I have no intention of staying ruling the joint. Just for 1 year to provide some stability while new political parties are formed. Some of them may be existing politicians that you guys decide not to arrest. Maybe it'll be a crop of newcomers. It'll be a blend of both, I'm sure. The provinces can run themselves. I mean, basically that's sort of how our country was structured. It's just the federal government got too happy with government overreach. The provinces can continue to simmer along. They can change their legislation. They can do whatever they want, a la normal. I just remain as the in absentia titular head so that we have a stable federal government while the hoopla settles. 1 year's time enough, I think, to form new parties, get their platforms out there, and have a 36-day snap election at the end of the 1 year. Social media, the newspapers are still going to exist, the independent media, the mainstream media, everything's there. No need to spend taxpayer money going around stump thumping and standing on soapboxes. The parties have had a year to form, create their platforms, get it out through the different medias to you, the public. You elect a new government. I'm gone. I go bass fishing, write my memoirs, and learn to play the cello. I'll leave my pension behind. Okay, it can go into the Canadian pension plan if there's any money in there at all. I think the WEF might be managing that as it is already, but whatever, I don't need my pensions. I'm gone. That's it. New slate runs clean. The ministries can function. Okay, let's look at, let's say the Ministry of Finance. Should you, the people, decide to arrest, say, the top 6 players? I'm just using the Ministry of Finance as an example. It could be any ministry. You know, there's still 7 layers of bureaucracy beneath the minister and the deputy minister and the deputy assistant minister and whatever else there is in all these ministries. Do we even need the half of them anyways? But whatever, they still function. I mean, what's the Ministry of Agriculture actually do? Maybe that's not the best example. But with the federal government prorogued, there's no more dog and pony show going on in the question period, all that. It's prorogued. They're all laid off for that year. I don't see why the country couldn't run just fine without it. And you start the country with a new slate. But it's for entertainment purposes only, because I'm not P. Pauly. And I don't have 20 or 30 million bucks. So, anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Or if you have a better idea how to straighten this mess out. It's the only one I can come up with.